we had that big conclusion to Bellry versus Masked Man, and it was like, yo, it's like pretty awesome freaking Gundam fight that we had in this episode. Like, confusing as fuck for the most part. That's kind of how Reconguista's been like, but overall, yeah, very kind of interesting stuff going on. So we see from the start of this episode that again we're seeing this replies from the Director General himself, who is actually Ida's father. And we still see, like, this is one bit in the episode, like, when they're, like, resupplying and stuff, and you just see, like, all the battle going on. They're just, like, sipping tea, like, it's nothing. It's like, there are people out there, like, fighting for their lives, and you're not going to do anything. You're not going to be like, oh, hurry up, you know, the freaking supplies or something like that. Get that ASAP. And this is one thing I've got to say about the episode as well. When they were playing that music where it was just so light-hearted, and I still seeing, like, explosions and stuff, and people, like, screaming and stuff like that, that was a terrible direction of music right there. That was, like, yeah, it sorted itself out later on, but it was like, what the fuck was this sort of thing? It's like, I'm supposed to see people being killed and all that, and I'm like, I'm hearing, oh, this happy music, like, la, 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 la. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to hear that. Like, battles are going on. Come on, man. The tricky backpack, and no wonder it was tricky, because this thing was a pain in the ass to deal with. This thing was, like, just being in the way of, like, when Bellry was trying to shoot and stuff like that. It's just, like, all it did was just help him fly a bit, and just, like, oh, move that bit up there, and it was just, like, that was all it did, like that. I was like, what the fuck was the point of it? It got, like, Ida stuck, where she nearly, like, went into space and nearly killed herself for it. It's like, these things are absolutely useless. Like, they were like, what the fuck was adding the tricky backpack for? And because I'm pretty sure Bellry can just take them on her own. But notice how when that was added to it, like the actual G self was actually turning pink as well. Like, so that's one thing I'm guessing about the G self's like special ability. Like once it like merges or something, or if it has something like that, then it starts like, I don't know, adapting and becomes, I don't know, mastered it or something. Who knows? Like maybe that's something I feel with the G self they do. But one thing is like as well, I gotta give Klein some freaking respect in this episode. When he like just grabbed like his sword and just like threw it at that Gundam, I was like, God damn, like that was a pretty fucking good ass fucking shot when he threw it at that mobile suit. I was like, yo, I gotta give Klein something. And not to mention when he was teaming up with also with that giant ass armored Zagan, and I was like, I wanted to know as well throughout this episode. It's like, are those two a thing or something? You know, her and the like Klein and the blonde girl, because it seemed like right at the end of the episode, they seemed like, you know, they're a little bit too close. So who knows? I thought Klein was going for that Ida and stuff like that, but who knows? Maybe he might have already got a bit of that blonde booty. I'm just saying, but. From this, yeah, apart from that, we saw like the ending of the episode, we got to see like he rescues his mom and Ida as well for like the backpack from going nuts. Seriously, fuck those backpacks, they're just worthless, I'm just saying. And one thing is like when you see him like rescue a mother and they're all at that meeting like that and just having dinner, which is very weird since she's on the opposite side. She's from like Capital Tower and she's like talking to the pirates very casually, and it was like at first they didn't want to trust her, but they were like, nah, she can be trusted, don't worry about that. And when it was saying it's necessary that they were saying it was necessary to revive universal sentry technology, because we've been seeing that they've been fucking around with like the moon and stuff, and we saw that, you know, they're planning on actually destroying Capital Tower. Like His Holiness is saying, oh no, it's perfectly fine and all that. No, they're gonna blow that stuff up. They're gonna be putting stuff around the moon. You're not allowed to like do stuff like that, and it's like you're not even like supposed to take pictures and stuff like that. That's like forbidden, but they did it, and they're planning something. They're genuinely planning something out there, and I don't trust them at all. I don't trust like the capital at all. I don't trust, you know, the American army like that. I don't trust them at all. Like I don't trust anyone. That's the whole thing of this series. Like no one is to be trusted with, and Bellry seems like he's just in the middle of it. But with also as well, it seems like one thing when we saw Loon or like Captain Mass, I just say he lost his battle and he was hated. Like he was that one girl that was there like trying to support him and stuff, and it kind of like I was thinking there like, don't you have a girlfriend already? Is this supposed to be like another like love interest for him or like someone that he can relate to throughout the series? So I don't know what was going on with that, but honestly, like I said, like this episode, like it was okay. It has some cool stuff, but next week seems like there's going to be like an escort sort of mission going on, and I'm going to give this one a 7 this week. It was a good episode, but yeah, again, I feel like they're adding way too much stuff, and they feel like, oh, we should know a lot of stuff. I feel like that's the one thing about what Tamino's doing. He's like, you should know about this, but then is what he said at the same time, like, I don't want anyone who watches, you know, all my other Gundams to watch this, and it's like, well, fuck you then. That's pretty much what I can say about that, but that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.